What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So with San Diego Comic-Con 2025 wrapping up this weekend, we were blessed with a new, as you see on the screen, new 2-minute teaser trailer for It Welcome to Derry, and apparently it previews the return of Pennywise. And if we scroll down just a little bit more, we do see maybe it's going to be the only image of him that we'll see in this new teaser trailer. Maybe this is just one of the scenes that we'll get to see him, but very, very hyped that we got a new trailer for this, especially as Comic-Con is coming to an end. And as you can see from the publishing time of this dropped this morning. I'm not sure if anyone of us anticipated this, that we were going to get a new teaser trailer. I know I didn't hear anything before San Diego Comic-Con that we were expecting to get a new teaser trailer, let alone they're calling it a teaser, but it's at least 2 minutes long. I did check the timestamp on this, and I think it's like 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Not sure if that 7 seconds is probably like, showing us the rating of the film before the actual trailer, or if there's some sort of ending, like, other links to other videos. But either way, we get 2 full minutes. So I am pumped to see what other new scenes, talkovers, maybe a little more details about how things might play out for this series. So as we always do, we're going to jump into the article details, then we're going to jump over and watch the teaser and see what we're going to be getting. So let's get into it. HBO is taking us back to where it all began with Welcome to Derry, a 9-episode series that will serve as a prequel to Andy Muschietti's It films. Watch the teaser now, which we're going to do. And I am thinking it's kind of odd why they would pick 9 episodes. Typically with a series like this, and we've seen this in the past, I think except for Dune, the recent prequel series that HBO did, which was only 4 episodes, if I remember correctly, 4 or 5 episodes. It was very short. This one has 9. Normally we've seen 8 or 10. I'm wondering if it was just 9 because it just happened to turn out to be 9 episodes. Just kind of an odd number that I've noticed with this particular series. Based on Mike Hanlon's interludes from Stephen King's novel, which document catastrophic events from the main town's past, It Welcome to Derry kicks off in 1962 in the time leading up to the events of It Chapter 1. The series premieres on HBO Max in October 2025, so right in time for the Halloween season. I am glad we will be getting something in the Halloween season, because I've mentioned this before. It seems like a lot of the movies that are going to be coming out later this year over the next several months, they're not coming out like right on the heels, not necessarily the heels, right before Halloween or on the heels of Halloween. There was one trailer we did do a recent review on, and that film doesn't come out until almost mid-November, which I think that was kind of a miss. I think we would want to get as many horror films throughout the month of October as you can, because again, I think that's the prime time for horror films to be coming out, and it just seems like a lot of them don't take advantage of that time slot. Andy Muschietti, who directs multiple episodes of the series, has teased that second and third seasons, if ordered by HBO, would take place in 1935 and 1908 respectively. I am hoping that these other 2 seasons do get ordered. I do like the fact that they're not going forward in time, that they are stepping back in time. Meaning the first season, if we call it that for this particular conversation, it's happening in 1962, and they're saying it's the time leading up to the events. So they could have easily just kept it in 1962 for a season 2 and a season 3, or maybe gone to like 1963, maybe through 1965. But the fact that they're going back in time, or they're wanting to go back in time to 1935 and then subsequently 1908, I think that would be that's a very interesting concept. And I would love to see how from a time period perspective, how they represent those time periods for a horror television series based on Pennywise. The next bit of 2 paragraphs, we are not reading all these names. You can see them right there for yourself. I always will do and will continue to do. Put the link for the article in the description of the video below. So if you want to read through the names, you can read through the names and see what else they've been playing in. Obviously, we know Bill Skarsgård's returning as Pennywise. So that's, I think, the most important and critical thing, is that he is continuing to play Pennywise in this new iteration as we continue to see it. So I don't think that this is a new poster. Just looking at it, I know we've seen, I think, iterations of this poster with the HBO Welcome to Derry. We've kind of seen this road before. This overall is a poster. Again, this could be new. I just haven't seen it. Overall, it's okay. It looks a little off. Like whoever edited it together, it doesn't look right. Like this car looks completely out of place, and it could just be the angle of the sign, and even the sign looks out of place. It all doesn't look like it goes together. It almost as if we had this image of this road with the woods and the trees on both sides, and they literally just put a car right here and a sign right here, didn't attempt to make it really look like it's all happening in the same sequence, and then just threw a balloon up in the air. Again, all three of those aspects look very much out of place for the background, but again, that's just my opinion. So all right, let's get back to the top of the article. And now let's pull up this new 2-minute teaser for It Welcome to Derry and see what they are going to give us.
My family and I just moved to town, and we're looking for things to fill the place.
So how are you adjusting?
Things are certainly different here.
Derry is a beautiful place, but things do happen from time to time.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster.
Maddie was last seen the night of January 4th at the theater.
He did tell me he'd been seeing weird stuff for a while before he disappeared.
What in the hell is it?
The Sonoricha. You know, an evil spirit.
Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house.
We have to tell someone.
No one's gonna believe us.
Most people, they only believe what they can see with their own eyes.
What is it? Answer me! I don't know! I don't know what the hell it is.
People in this town, it's like the devil sent them.
I think it looks pretty good. We got a lot of new scenes in that, and the talkover was new. So that did time that. That was 2 minutes and 4 seconds, give or take. So we only got to see Pennywise 3 times. One that we saw in the image from the article. Then we saw him, I think it was him, off in the distance, like he was standing on like a cliff or a mountain. I don't know if that was him, because it was in the woods. There was like this fire light behind this individual, or again, assuming it's Pennywise, behind him, and we could see where we were like in this like ditch with all these stones like making up a wall. So I'm not sure if that was Pennywise. It looked like it could have been, just again based on the distance. It looked like the individual was dressed like in a clown outfit, and based on the hair, it was very quick. It was around, I think, like the minute 35-second mark, somewhere around there, because I was looking at the timer on my other screen. And then we see a very bright image of Pennywise at the end of the trailer, reaching out and grabbing someone's hand. Overall, I like the time period. I like this happens in the 60s. I'm a big fan of like all the time period between like the 1920s through the 60s is one of my favorite time periods, especially when we get stuff like this. Overall, again, we got a lot of new stuff, not too much to where it's really telling us what's going on. I did like the fact where the kids were, it was right when the one of the military soldiers was standing there. He was looking at this old like entryway, maybe this old doorway where it had Pennywise right on. It was very weathered, and then it falls down. And I think it was soon after that we see all these posters of all these missing children. It seemed like there were hundreds of them. So I'm wondering again, because we had 3 of the kids that were looking into like this doorway, this stone doorway, and on both sides it was just covered with posters. So I'm wondering if we do in fact get a season 2 and 3, if we're going to see the beginning stages of like these posters going up, because I thought it was kind of odd. And we can't see what this full building is because there are shingles going across the top, and it's like a curvature building with this arced curvature entryway. There's the 3 kids standing outside of it. It was very foggy, but again, it had tons of posters on both sides. So again, maybe if we get back to, what was it, 1908 or 1910, whatever they want to do for that 3rd season, we start to see the beginnings of all those posters going up, because it obviously doesn't make sense why all of a sudden there's hundreds of these posters of missing children. So again, and then there was another scene that caught my eye, which was towards the end, before we get into the supermarket scene, where one of the kids is on the ground and there's this image or dead body of this hand coming up and grabbing it, where there are all these kids, their eyes were pure white, and there was like this wave of light shining onto them, the same type of light that was used right at the end of the trailer where we see Pennywise reaching out his hand. So I'm wondering, because there was probably, if you were to count them, 15 plus like kids standing there. So I'm wondering if those are all previous victims of his, and they're in some level of purgatory or hell or something where we're seeing them. So all this has done is just heightened my curiosity to see this series play out. I am glad we are going to be getting a 9-episode prequel. I'm hoping though that they utilize all 9 episodes to the full extent. Don't waste episode 4 or 5 on a filler episode. Use the first, I'd say 3 to 4 episodes, building it up. Lay your foundation quickly. Let's build this story up, and then use those last 5 to just go all, 10 toes down all the way to the wall, and just keep cranking them out, almost like cinematic type episodes. That's what I want to see. So anyways, that's going to do it for this quick teaser trailer review for It Welcome to Derry. It's the official 2nd teaser trailer. Again, surprised it was as long as it was. It was 2 minutes. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the new teaser trailer, and let me know if you're even interested in this particular series. I know I am. We will be, when this does drop in October, I assume they will be doing a week-by-week release for something like this. And if they do, we'll be doing a week-by-week summary of every episode, like we've been doing on some other TV series. We will be doing the same thing with this one in October. So again, drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.